Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Trainz Railroad Simulator, Trainz 2022. And today we're going to be taking a look at the latest and greatest from K&L Trainz in the form of the Canadian Pacific F1a 444 Jubilee class. This is kind of a welcome sight, in my opinion. It's nice to see something properly different, and it doesn't really get much more different than this. The wheel arrangement was not a popular arrangement in the North America in general. To my knowledge, Mexico didn't use any of these, and the United States, we had one single example with the Baltimore and Ohio, if I remember right, and the Reading played around with the wheel arrangement, but to no avail, and no other railroad tried it. It was a very, very obscure, kind of not needed arrangement. However, the Canadian Pacific tried it out and liked it well enough to build it again. There are actually two classes of these that were built by the CP. The F1As, which we have here in front of us, and the F2s, the F2A, F2B, which was a little less successful, but actually holds Canadian Pacific's record for their fastest steam locomotives. Something like 111, 112 mile an hour. It was kind of wacky. But yeah, really, really neat design that it kind of came about at the wrong time. The locomotives were designed with a semi-streamlined appearance, which went on afterwards to be quite popular on the Canadian Pacific. CP ended up using this semi-streamlined styling on their Royal Hudsons and their Selkirk class locomotives. So, fairly popular streamline. The locomotives were built between 1937 and 1938, with, I believe, 20 of the F1As being built, if I'm not mistaken. And then later on there were 5 of the F2As, which unfortunately the F2As are not represented in this pack. They are a little bit of a different setup, a little bit different build, but that's okay. Huh. I ran out of words. Anyway, the locomotives were built for short and fast intercity, local, commuter, and express trains, according to K&L Trainz. That didn't pan out, and they ended up getting used on pretty much express passenger services, especially out in the flatlands of Canada, where these locomotives can really kind of shine. Pick up and run, which is exactly what they're built to do. And they proved successful enough for the Canadian Pacific to keep them around for a while, and successful enough that 2 of them exist today. 2 of them are preserved. One of them is in Canada in cosmetically okay condition, while the other one is at Steamtown, and it is one of their poorer locomotives, to say the least. But at least 2 of them are preserved, especially given the very unique wheel arrangement. Unique items tend not to make it into preservation. 9 times out of 10, if it's unique, that means it's something along the lines of experimental, and it gets scrapped later on. So really, really neat that at least 2 of them survive today. But you're going to get 2 different locomotives in the K&L pack. What the differences between the 2 are, I really do not know. Outside of couple of small aesthetic items that are readily noticeable, such as the smokestack here. But you're gonna get two different versions of the Locomotive. You're gonna get a Canadian Pacific Express reefer here, a lightweight baggage car, a heavyweight combine, lightweight coach, heavyweight coach, and a fictional observation. To my knowledge, the Jubilees never pulled a observation like this in service. However, this is a commission from K&L. Somebody commissioned this from K&L, and apparently that was one of their requests, was to have a matching observation car. The rolling stock itself is not particularly new and or fancy. It is actually stuff we have seen before from K&L Trainz, so I'm not really going to focus a lot on it. I mean, it's essentially just reskins. The observation car is kind of cool though. It does have lighted marker lights. It does have a CP emblem on the rear, and the detailing on it is fairly nice. I'm not wildly sold on the blacked out windows, but oh well. The heavyweight and the combine are dated. Flat texturing, flat rivets. Alright, but again, they're dated. Lightweight goes along with the OBS car pretty well. Combine, same story as the heavyweight coach. It's an older model. It's got a lot of 2D texturing and whatnot. The baggage car actually looks pretty neat. I'm pretty sure we've gotten this baggage car before, but I'm not dead certain, so don't quote me on that. Express reefer. Not a wildly new thing to see. I know Trainz Forge has a handful of these express reefers for free, so I mean, it's not bad, but again, it's not something we really haven't seen before. But it is nice that they're all Canadian Pacific to go along with the Locomotive. So, credit where it's due. It does match the pack. And truth be told, the Express Reefer doesn't look half bad. In my opinion, it definitely looks better than the heavyweights. On to the Locomotive. Unfortunately, the rivets are 2D. And I'm not entirely sold on the texturing. I don't know. Everything seems like it's got a grayscale over it. Even the red, or the maroon and the gold there. It all seems like it's got a little bit of a grayscale over everything. I'm not fond of it. Same for number 2 over here. Different smokestack, number board in different place. What else can we notice? Not really anything else. But yeah, I'm not sold on the texturing. Now the model itself actually looks pretty darn good. Get the number, the builder's plate here is legible, which is nice, very nice. The plaque here is legible as well, again, very nice. The overall detail is really, really, really nice. And I'm not gonna lie, if it wasn't so grayscaled, if it wasn't all so grayed out, the overall model would really look good, but this gray hides a lot of the detail. Like if you look at the tender at certain angles, you can't see any of the detail up here because this gray just kind of hides it all. It kind of ruins the depth of the detail. But overall, quite nice. I do like it. Let's pull up this, see what kind of details we can play with. We get usual headlights and automatic fireman. Nothing wildly new there. Headlights look alright. Still kind of sad that K&L doesn't do their marker lights though, especially on locomotives like this where the marker lights are very prominent, very noticeable. Engineer's window, fireman's window. Fireman cab door, engineer cab door, roof hatches. Oh, halfway open the door. That's entertaining. So that's what we get on the locomotive. Probably don't get anything on the tender. Yeah, nothing on the tender. We can open the ice hatches. Oh, that's cool. You can open them all the way. Then open them to there. And we can completely close them. Huh. Neat. You can open the doors. Nice. And if there's more reefers, you can set them all in one go. Which is kind of cool. Sorry, I was reading it. For the last car on train, don't display red flag on coupler. Display red flag. Oh, that's cool. Very neat, very neat. On to the baggage car. You can open the baggage doors. Very cool. Combo car. They won't let you open both sides. You only get one. It's kind of entertaining. And lightweight. Nothing on the lightweight. Oops. Heavyweight. Nothing on the heavyweight. And the observation. Nothing on the observation. So you can open doors on the baggage, the combo, and the reefer. Everything else is left alone. Get rid of that now. Be sure our track is set up before we go anywhere. And let's play with the sounds. Whistle's not half bad. I do like it. The bell's not half bad either. It does, it is a steam bell, so it does have the little arm there to ring it. Very nice. I do believe the sounds are identical between the two locomotives. Yeah. So, no need to go over both of them. Shuffle sounds are nothing new. Those are fairly dated K&L shuffle sounds, which they're not horrible, but it does get old. Hearing every other locomotive from them have the same exact shuffle sounds. But it is Trainz, so if you find a different sound set that you like, it is really, really easy to change those sounds out. Truth be told, I'm not even going to bother getting it up to a high speed, because again, we've heard this entire chuff sound set before, so no point in going over those. The locomotive does look nice and smooth. It does roll and run nice and smooth. Pick a spot out here and wait for it. Railroad crossing. That is a nice whistle. You can hear that ways away. Definitely like it. Go ahead and bring it to a stop. Very nice, very neat. So this pack is available on K&L. What on earth is the Steam doing? Available on K&L's website. I believe it's something like $12 US. It's really not much. I was kind of surprised. But you can definitely go check it out if you enjoy Canadian Pacific stuff. I highly recommend it. I recommend checking out all their Canadian Pacific, all their Canadian stuff in general. Their Canadian models are really, really nice. So definitely go check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.